and then have
Good night.
Hello, hello. I am live right now. We had to double down on this, guys. Elyssa was at a closing that overtook quite a while, and she was racing down Zaragoza to get here on the podcast today. So we're just so super glad that she made it. So you're alive and you made it, Elyssa, and you have the audience waiting for you. Don't tell
Hi
me you're
guys.
like 100 miles per hour.
I actually really was, and then I was just cutting off.
Okay, yeah, we have some pausing here.
Are we good?
I think so. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So I actually was driving a little fast, but then I was like, I better stop before I get pulled over, and I'm more late.
Okay, well, the good thing is that you were here, and it'd be a different story if we weren't live. It'd be why are you speeding, and timing, right? Timing. But the mom that I am, I'm glad you're here, and we are live now, going a little bit on you, Elyssa. We're going to dig a little bit deep into who you are. Why did you decide to get into this business? And also, why did you decide to get into this business with your crazy parents and your crazy mom? And by what I mean by that is the full speed that we're always on. Just let's just start there. Tell me a little bit and let the audience know who you are, and let's go from there.
Okay, so as a little girl, I was always by my mom's side. She was showing houses, and I was in the passenger side, circling the name of the agent, and then I would dial the number for her, and I was around it. But growing up, she would always be like, "Do you want to do real estate?" And I was like, "No, thank you." But as growing up, I kind of started seeing the vision. I went to college, I was in school, I was actually supposed to go for physical therapy. And then I just kind of drifted off of interest. And I had to sit down with my mom and I had to say, I see the vision. So what can we do? And you know what? I will be completely honest. I tried to get my classes once or twice. So it wasn't until COVID hit and I'm actually with the unfortunate events, like with losing people and stuff. My deepest condolences. In a way, it drifted me to a different part of my life, which I was not making the same money that I was as a bartender. So I had to think of other resources to be able to expand my income. So that's when I said, you know what, this isn't for me. It opened my eyes. And the reason why I say open my eyes was because I was just comfortable where I was. So I got into my classes and I've been licensed since March of last year, actually a day before my birthday. So
Oh, what a great blessing, huh? When you took that state and that national and you passed, it was an open door of opportunity and an open door of you envisioning yourself to bigger and better. Elyssa, tell us a little bit, you know, where you saw yourself when joining our team, of course, family team. Where did you envision yourself? And I know I want us to be super vulnerable in this because there's some questions in here that I feel that other real estate agents can reflect at and reflect to, especially the newer agents. You joined when it was probably the hardest time that we can probably ever, go back to. We've lost people, like you said, family members and friends. When you joined, we were in a different type of market. So how did you take in all of that, seeing the pressure of me and dad or, Michelle and so forth?
So it was different. It was like I just got thrown in. That was my market. That's what I had to. I never experienced the market before, and I never experienced anything before that market. So um, that was the market that I had to deal with. That was the market I had to get used to. That was the things I had to learn. And it was very, very hard, especially seeing my buyers get discouraged because they were competing with 12, 15, 20 other offers, and having to come in with extra cash or having to do little steps to be able to win the house. So it was rather difficult, but I did not let it discourage me because I had the team to be able to uplift me and hold my hand to get to the other side of the storm, which the storm hasn't ended just because it's shifting into a different market. But I'm glad that I was able to get through that part. But I couldn't have done it without a team, especially being a new agent and having that coaching and the mentorship and learning different ways to tweak your offer to be able to win it for your buyers. And at the end result, the buyers getting into their home or finally winning the offer was the happiest thing that I could feel. It was just, I knew that it was for me once I saw the happiness and them just being relieved, like, oh, we finally got one. So that's what kept me going.
I love that you said that, seeing their face at the end, especially with such battles that we've had, it gave you such, like, what, a fuzzy feeling where you knew, or you would envision yourself that helping others accomplish home ownership was for you.
Yes. And everyone that I encountered had a different story. So to be able to hear their story and be a part of it to get them to the goal that they were trying to reach was just even more rewarding to myself because I was like, wow, like I helped them achieve that goal that they had in the back of their mind. And I was a part of it. So
I'm glad that you did say that. Now, I want you to be super. There was a time where all of us were frustrated because it was only normal. And you came into my office and you looked so frustrated and you broke down and you cried that day, right? Do you remember that? And you were trying, times were testing you. Like, damn, this shit's hard. Am I going to make it? We were in the back end like, oh my God, this is harder, 10 times harder than what we've done in the past 15, 16, 17 years. Why were you so vulnerable at that time? What hit you that I'm pretty sure this has hit every agent and new agent right now? What happened that day?
I think I just felt defeated. Um, Defeated because I couldn't conquer the goal that I was trying to reach. So my mom always says that I'm just like her and I believe it. So when she sets a goal, it's like she's gonna do anything to achieve it. So when I couldn't like achieve those goals for my buyers, I felt defeated. Like any human would feel that type of, that energy where you're like, I just want to make them happy, and that's the type of person I am where I look out for them and I'm like, I just want to make you happy. Like, trust me, agents were getting, some buyers were getting very frustrated with me. And I was like, if only you knew that it's not just me, even if you were to go and choose a different agent, it's going to be the same result because we're all going through this. We're all competing. Like, every other 12 offers, 10 offers that you're competing with, the agent is going through it as well. So I think it was just a moment of being defeated, but I had to cry for 5 minutes, as my mom says, and move on.
You cry
Maybe
for 5 minutes and you move on. You
yeah.
move on. You brush it out the window, and then we find resolutions
Mhm.
to the problem. And if you don't have problems, then I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but in real estate, you should always be running to the problems to find a solution for those problems. What are ways that you have found solutions? Does that sound right? Found solutions to the problems that are not the problems, yeah, the defeat that we're in right now.
In today's market, it's different because we have to switch the mindset of a seller's market because we need to switch it to help our buyers to be able to contribute and get them into a home. And I think that's what um, a lot of us have to educate the sellers just because buyers are having to pay down rate, down payment, closing costs. So if they want to get their house sold or they need, and I'm only speaking as a buyer's agent because I do mostly deal with buyers. So we just have to kind of switch that mindset to be able to help our buyers so that they can get into the home at this time right now.
Exactly. And one of my main topics is you have been super successful on getting contribution for these buyers, even when we were in the mix of transitioning, right? When the boat sailed off and everybody was getting over asking price, you were very successful getting those contributions. Now tell me, how is it that you're doing that? I mean, what's that like?
So when I'm when I see that the home has been a little bit on the market for a while, I just kind of try to build that relationship with the agent to see what their sellers are looking for. And once I do that, I'm like, well, look, we can come in with a good earnest money to show you that we're serious, we're fully approved. Um, we just need this help. We'll even go above listing price as just help us a little bit so that we can get this home sold together. And usually, when you present yourself to the listing agent that you are serious, your buyers are serious, they're fully approved, they like that. So then, with good word, I've been successful with at least 4 or 5 transactions of getting some type of contribution, even if it's half or a full 10,000. I've gotten two, just so that they can bring down their rate and also be able to pay for their closing costs and so forth. That's needed.
That's amazing. So basically, it's teamwork. You
Teamwork.
want the seller and the buyer to win at the end of the day, but you and the agent, I know we're the mediators, you work together to get that, of course, transaction done, the deal done. That's
Yes.
amazing. And I'm very proud of you in that. And there's a question here that a lot of people may think that you have it easy. Oh, you got in with your mom and dad. Oh, she gives you, or the leads, of course, are trickle down to you. But I'm going to be super honest with you guys. I call her still little girl because she's still my little baby. And um she's worked hard on her sphere. Last year you closed how many relationships did you close last year, or home ownership?
Last year, I believe it was 4 or 5 personal.
4 or 5 personal together.
Oh, altogether, I closed a total of 11 transactions
And
from
that's your first year. Your
my.
second year, you're on track to close 15 within a market this way. 80% of those are your sphere, your family, and your friends. So, how have you been creating your book of business on your own?
So it's important. I know you have to go out there and you have to speak and tell people what you do because it's as simple as, oh, I saw real estate, and they're like, oh my god, I need to buy a house, can you tell me more about it? And I'm like, yeah, of course. So it's about networking. That's how I meet a lot of my clients, or I actually have a lot of a referral basis where they send me clients, and I'm just grateful to the people that keep me in mind because I wouldn't be able to do it without them, because when you think real estate, I want to be the person that they think of. And I just had a closing right now. And the first thing they told me was, thank you. Like, thank you. Thank your mom because you guys were amazing. Like, you didn't pressure us. You just held us. You had, if we had any question, you didn't make us feel so dumb about it. And I was like, we're not here to make you feel dumb. We're here to make you feel comfortable and get you to that next step and educate you on every step of the way. So those are the type of relationships that I like to make because they left happy. And I even have a relationship with them where they can text me and be like, oh, we're having a housewarming party. Like, do you want to come? So I just love to be able to make relationships outside of the office.
So what are the things that you're doing to increase your sphere? It's a new market here, and we really don't have a CRM anymore. Everything's basically almost referral basis. Can you agree? What are some tips that you can tell new agents, seasoned agents, on what you can do to grab your clients and grow your database?
Um, you just gotta wake up every day with the mindset that you have to make money, and you think of different ways to come in. So we come in the office and we're cold calling, we're talking to friends. My mom always tells me to go to events and go out and be social, and that's a lot of where I get my clients. It's as simple as me visiting. I visited a gym the other day that's right next to my office, and the guy asked me, "What do you do?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm a real estate agent. My office is right here." He's like, "I want to buy an investment property. Give me your card." So it's just that the little simple things by expressing what you do, because anyone wants to invest. There's my age group that are having babies, getting engaged, growing, and then it's just putting your name out there.
Absolutely. And when me and Edgar started the business too, I think a lot of our time was spent on in social networking, and I really feel that's your number one way to help you in this industry grow and be able to get ahead of the game, right? Because things are going to get very difficult still. There's still a lot of confusion in the market. There's a lot of bad vibes when it comes to the news, the media, and so forth. But I always tell Elyssa, I always tell Edgar and our team is we will move forward with positivity. I don't want to feed the minds of our team and our clients on saying that buying a home isn't how can I tell you isn't the right time. People are going to be able to buy if they feel comfortable buying now. People are going to be comfortable buying next year. Whatever makes them feel comfortable, that's why we're going to be by their side with whatever decision that is. So again, we talked a little bit about how you started your sphere. What are things that you feel or you envision yourself doing to get through the full storm of where we're at right now?
So it's very important to get educated with each lender to see what type of programs that they can offer to help your buyers. So I know that there's 2-1 buy downs, and there's really good pros about that program, just because you get the contribution to buy down your rate, and it goes up a point every year for 3 years. But if the rates get better within those 3 years, you can always refinance. So you're at a good position. So that's why it's important to get educated with the lenders and see what they can do to help your buyers. And it's okay for you guys to go around and get education from each of them, because what one lender is offering, another lender may not be. And there's just different ways that you can maneuver it so that you can have good faith and have your buyers actually kind of feel like, okay, well, she got me this good deal, this good program, she looked into it. And I work hand in hand with my lenders to make sure that they explain that and that we can get something to work, because at the end of the day, buyers are always looking to buy, so they need the home regardless, um, to expand their family or so forth. So it's very important to get educated on each of your lenders to see how they can help each buyer, and it's okay to get more than one or two opinions.
So are you saying that education is probably the and market keeping up with the market is so important right now to be able to achieve the real estate industry and to achieve your career in real estate?
Yes, most certainly. And I love the organization that I'm in, because we have weekly events, even two two times a week, even sometimes, and I'm always just learning something new. Um, Last week, a lender would tell me this program that they have, and this week, another lender may tell me a different program that they're having that can help our buyers. So it's always important to just think outside the box, guys. The way lenders think outside the box, we have to think outside the box too. We're all a team, so we need to come together.
I love that. Now, what are you going to be doing from here? As I mentioned, September, we're already October, November, December. What do you envision yourself, or what have you planned for the new year of 2023?
So I'm just working on growing my sphere more because I have clients that I've been working on. They're like, oh, I need to work on this more credit wise, or I need to save some more because of. Let me tell you that a lot of my buyers aren't scared of the interest rates, which you would think, well, why? They're really high. But it's because I give them that confidence. Like, it's okay. Like, we can get through it together. Like, and I'm gonna give you the answers. And if I don't have the answers, then I have a great team behind me or an organization behind me to get you those answers. So for the new year, I want to, I guess, secure and have my buyers more open to the idea that it's okay and whatever happens. I'm not too sure. We're not too sure how the rates will rise or come down. We can never tell. But I'm just planning to keep that faith in them. I want to switch over to learning more from my mom for the listing side. So I want to get more listings next year because next year will be my third year, I believe.
March will be your third year.
Yeah. Oh my God, that went by fast. Even saying that was weird. So
Exactly.
I want to grow into a listing specialist too. So next year, my goal is to handle both buyers and sellers.
And I love that because when I started, I was a buyer's agent back in the day. And I loved that it worked out that way for the reason being I was able to see myself behind the buyer's eyes. And then, of course, when you get to the listing side, you can educate your seller on how buyers' behavior is or what buyers are looking for and so forth. And that's going to be a good venture for you. I can't wait to teach you, you know, the loving of being able to put someone's home on the market and get them top dollar. So it's two different animals, two different transactions basically. Now tell me, Elyssa, what would you leave off with agents that are struggling right now? I want you to tell people, is it important or was it important for you to have a mentor or be in a team? Like, for instance, is a team important for these new agents or for people that are struggling right now?
Yes, most certainly. I think it's very important because you need that support and that uplifting from the people you surround yourself with every day. That day that my mom brought up where I came in and I just had a breakdown,
Mhm.
I had the support system around me to say, it's okay. These are solutions that you can do. And you pick yourself up and you continue on. So, without that support or even that mentorship, where would I have been? Would I have given up? Would I have told myself I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't going to succeed for that one breakdown? And not even just that breakdown, it's just having solutions to talk to your team and be like, well, this happened. What do you think I can do? Or I don't have the answer to that, but let me get it to you right away. Um, and I say it the most now. You need somebody that's gonna hold your hand through what we're going through right now, because my parents, Michelle, they grab me by the hand and they're like, come on, we're getting through it no matter what. And that's what you need. You need that support, you need that love, that care, that motivation. You can do it. Keep going. You can do it. Keep going. You're defeated today, but tomorrow it's a new day. What are you going to do to continue and to make yourself better? So, a team, 100% worth it. Every day I learn something new. I'm a master at all of my transactions now from start to end. I know the contract. I know I'm grateful because I feel like I learn something new every day, and I'm just growing and becoming a better real estate agent for my clients.
And I love that you do absorb everything that's there. And I'm always the one that comes into the office, and we were doing a TikTok where you guys were mimicking me, which I will post soon. So, what are some of the things that your mama tells you in here that's number one, and we got to get better at?
Video.
Video.
I struggle. That's one of my big struggles. I don't know why I just get scared. My mom's a star at it, but that's one of my weaknesses is video. Um, so I will work on that. That'll be something I have to work at.
I love it. I love it. So I know that you can grow in every pillar of your life, and I'm very proud of you, and I'm very proud of how you continuously learn, and that's something you need to do. It speaks volume when I see people show up to events, show up on podcasts, show up on learning, and it amazes me with agents that have so much potential but don't put that full 100% into it. So, Elyssa, anything else you want to leave to the audience before you go and before I get you on another podcast? I wanted people to hear it from you that you don't have it easy because we still have, rules and what else? Expectations of you. I know the expectations are high, but what can you leave with letting the audience know or people that are wanting to join?
Um,
Always
you,
listen to your mama, Ryan says.
yeah, I do. I have to. As she said, I really genuinely have never had it easy since I started the business, but I wasn't expecting that to begin with. My parents are very hard workers, so expecting to just be handed off things. All my parents are my biggest supporters, mentors, coaches, and that's all the value that they can give me, and it's up to me to take it and run with it, and that's what I've been trying to do.
Mhm.
I was beating myself up the other day. My dad was like, stop it, like, you, because I was like, I could have sold more this year, and he's like, stop, like, you need to understand that you're going through the hardest times, like, you need to stay positive, like, you did really well, like, stop beating yourself up. And I was like, okay, yeah, you're right, and all I can say to new agents, you got to stay strong, you got to be consistent, and you got to put the work in. You have to, like, it's your career. If this is a career aspect for you, then you have to wake up every day and you have to grind it out, and that's what I'm gonna say.
You
And if
have
you
to do the hard work. You have to do the hard work.
have to, and if any new agents are interested in joining, you guys can always get with me. I know the schooling process. I know anything that you may need. I'm here for you. I always say that anybody that's wanting to join real estate, you guys can come on over. We're very open. Or if you're a new agent and you're interested in just learning and being a part of our organization, because I'm telling you, I love my real family, and I'm not just saying that, like, they are so supportive, and I love seeing their faces every day or every twice a week. It's
We've
just
been
great
doing
to have
extensive trainings recently. We've
that.
been doing a lot of training. Yeah.
It's amazing to see the collaboration and us learning together to make El Paso better.
Absolutely. I just love everything about you, Elyssa, and I really can see a lot of potential in you. I want you to keep shooting for the stars, keep after the potential because it's endless. And if you can envision yourself from 5 years to 10 years to 15 years, and you see yourself in this in the long term, then you're going to make it. There's a lot of agents that see the problems right now because they're short-term agents. You got to make sure that you have your armor suit on and you're ready. You're ready because you see this as a long term, and every long term has problems, and every long term has, ups and downs, but it's all within you on how you're going to execute that to become where you want to envision yourself. I still have a lot of dreams in my book, but I have a lot of dreams for my kids as well. So I'm very honored and blessed to have my first daughter Elyssa join us and be part of this journey together. I don't know if Soraya's gonna do it. She says hell no, she ain't joining either. Ashley said hell no, she ain't joining either. JJ says hell no, he ain't joining either. But Elyssa said it too, right? So it'd be nice to see if we can of course get our kids to run this legacy together, because the sky is the limit when it comes to that. And at the end of the day, I always tell Elyssa and everybody, if you ain't doing it for the people, then who are you really doing it for? So the people come first before your success. I hope that makes sense. And we thank you, Elyssa, for joining us. If you didn't see this podcast, you could put it on replay. We have Priscilla here from Texas Title that's going to be giving us a wonderful lunch and learn. So now we're going to be jumping to a next event. But again, like Elyssa said, keep observing, keep learning, and keep growing. Thank you, Elyssa.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good one. Bye.